Hey guys, we're live. Doing something a little bit different. This is kind of a surprise. I didn't really plan this out. But I'm at the Shades of the Past Hot Rod Roundup. It's in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. And I'm cruising the strip for the last time ever at the Shades of the Past. This event is coming to an end. This is number 39. This event's been going on since the early 80s, and unfortunately it's having to come to an end because of some decisions. The event's held at Dollywood Splash Country, and they're having to, well, they're basically having to move the event, and the people who put this event on don't want to do it. They're getting tired of the runaround, and they're just retiring. So the Shades of the Past will no longer be taking place. It's very unfortunate because this is one of the greatest hot rod events of all time. It's still a pre-72 event, so lots of street rods, traditional hot rods, but this is why everybody comes. The nightlife is just incredible. You can get your old car out and cruise. Now, you do have to go pretty slow if you're over here in the right-hand lane, but most of the time you want to go slow so you can check out some of the cars in all the parking lots. But I wanted to show this to you guys because it's a rare opportunity for me to go live. I'm inside of my 64 Chevelle 4-door and just cruising right along. I got my air conditioning blowing. Just kind of hanging out, and I thought it'd be a good opportunity to show you guys what I like to do. Now, this event, again, Shades of the Past Hot Rod Roundup is the official name of the event. Some people just call it Shades. Some people call it Shades of the Past. But the real name is the Hot Rod Roundup, and it's put on by the Shades of the Past Car Club. And this event's been going on since the 80s. It was originally just a group of car guys in a car club, and it has grown to pretty amazing size, as you can see here. There's just thousands and thousands of cars lining the streets in Pigeon Forge. So Pigeon Forge, Tennessee used to just be kind of a gateway to Gatlinburg, which was a tourist town, and now Pigeon Forge is a tourist town as well. It's grown significantly since this event's been going on. So I would like to ask if everybody can hear me okay. I'm inside of a car. I've got my windows up. I don't really know. This is not something I've done before, but traffic's moving pretty slow, but it's giving you a pretty good look here at some of the cool stuff that's parked. Some of it's not so cool. Some people bring stuff here to just buy and sell and trade on. Thank you guys for letting me know that everything sounds good. I was just curious. So I'm going to stay live for a little while here. I think that eventually I'm going to get out of the slow lane so we can move around a little bit more and see some more cool stuff. But I wanted to show this to you because this is my entire childhood, was coming up here to Pigeon Forge multiple times a year because they have the spring rod run, the fall rod run, and then Shades of the Past is, you know, a different event, but it's interesting how many times this town fills up with hot rods and street rods and muscle cars and trucks. It's just amazing that this many people can get together. The cool thing to me is that the show itself, the Shades of the Past Hot Rod Roundup, there's a couple thousand cars there. But when you come out onto the street, there's probably, I don't even know how you can count, but 10 to 15,000 cars. It's ridiculous. You can go up and down this road and see so many different types of cars and trucks. Like this 64 Impala sitting right here. We'll have a second to talk about it because we got to stop at a red light. That thing is slammed on the ground. Typical Pigeon Forge type of car where, you know, it's not a perfect car by any means. It's not totally slick. It's not like finished out amazing, but it gets your attention. And that's what this event is all about. When I was a kid and we used to come up here, whoop, must have accelerated too hard there. Popped a wheelie. Okay, there we go. We're propped back up now. When I came here as a kid, that would have been in the 80s and 90s. Pro Street was hot. I mean, it was the thing. Big tires, big blowers sticking out of the hood, crazy paint jobs, you know, just anything you could do to get attention as you're cruising up and down the strip. And that's still kind of the name of the game here. You want to get attention. You want people to look at you and hoot and holler and carry on. But, you know, this event has, I don't know, it's changed a lot of people's views on cars. There's people who come here that don't care about cars because this is just a tourist town, and they leave here as a car enthusiast because they see how much fun people have. They see, you know, the camaraderie of all these people sitting out here, hanging out, having a good time, and enjoying this hobby. So, you know, to see the Shades of the Past come to an end is pretty sad to me. I've been coming up here since I was a baby. My dad came to them, you know, for lots of years before I was born. And it's just kind of sad to see the Shades of the Past go. There are plans to continue the event platform, but it won't be called Shades of the Past, and it won't be in Pigeon Forge. So, you know, it won't be the same. It'll be another great car show, but it won't be this cruising atmosphere, you know, thousands of cars lining the streets, awesome hotels with cool balconies where you can sit and watch, all these different attractions, different shops, different things that you can do even if you're not a car person. You know, that's the magic of Pigeon Forge, and it's just sad to see the Shades of the Past go. Now, I guess the upside to this is that there's still 2 rod runs that go on in Pigeon Forge each year, one in the spring and one in the fall. And what a lot of people used to do, that I guess they won't be able to do this anymore, is they'd come up for Shades of the Past, which is always the weekend after Labor Day, and then they would stay the whole week because the Pigeon Forge Rod Run, a totally different event, happens the following weekend. So I guess people will still come to the Rod Run because it's still cool. Still plenty of cool stuff to look at there. But it is sad to me, because I'm such a kind of a history buff on car stuff, it's sad to me to think that this event is coming to a close in this current capacity. I do hope that it carries on, and I hope that, you know, they can make it cool wherever they decide to change the venue or whatever they decide to do. But still a little bit sad. But we're going to enjoy this final cruise up and down the strip in Pigeon Forge. We're going to have to sit at a couple of red lights here. I'm going to have to make a U-turn, but I want to show you guys. I want you to hang in there with me because I want you to see just the extent of how many people are here, how many cars are here, and you know, how much fun this can be. Just riding around in an old car, this is kind of like old times, I guess you could say. The good old days that people talk about, with cruising up and down the road for up and down the road all night for $5 worth of gas, that whole thing. It's not quite that cheap to do it anymore, but it's still fun, still enjoyable. I do wish that my family was here. They're not here with me. Carly's got volleyball and school and all kinds of stuff, so wasn't quite able to bring the whole family. But next time around, probably the spring rod run, I think we're going to make a big family trip out of it. Isaac would love this. I mean, he would just freak out if he saw all the hot rods and these big trucks. There's a ton of big four-wheel drive trucks running around up here, and I'm pretty sure he would just thoroughly enjoy himself. So it's just me. I'm in the 64 Chevelle, Old Faithful, riding up down the street here. I got the vintage air blowing. I'm going to make a U-turn here, so everybody just hang on to something. Hopefully we don't break any laws, because they will write you a ticket I'm talking about right now, they'll write you a ticket for just about anything up here. All right, here we go. Yep, we did it. We're good. So I'm propping my phone up on the dash, in case you were wondering. Propping my phone up on the dash because it's illegal to hold your phone and drive in the state of Tennessee. And again, I don't really want to get a ticket from the Pigeon Forge police. We got lucky on that U-turn though. We hit it just right. We're able to keep moving. I'm going to get into the slow lane again so we can see some of this stuff on the side of the road and give you kind of just an overview of what's going on here. So you guys know that I love old hot rods and I love old drag cars. I love history. Well, my job is, you know, I don't do YouTube full time. That's something that I do on the side. Well, my job at Coker Tire Company, that involves going to events and doing photography and social media content. So I do that, and in addition to that, I photograph events and photograph cars for feature articles for various magazines. So that's what I'm up here doing. A little bit of everything, actually. I'm doing photography for Modern Rodding Magazine, All Chevy Performance Magazine, Classic Truck Performance Magazine, and then of course Coker Tire Company, and I'm doing a video for YouTube. So, you know, I'm kind of stretching this thing out, doing as much as I can to enjoy this event and make it productive. So I'm going to try to find a gap here so I can get over and show you some of these cars that are parked on the side of the roads. So here's the deal with the Pigeon Forge Rod Run, whether it's the Rod Run or the Shades of the Past. People come up here and they buy and sell and trade cars. That's like a big part of what a lot of people do up here. They'll buy and sell and trade. I mean, just a ton of cars. They might buy and sell and trade 10 cars over the course of the weekend. So it's pretty wild what these guys do. But you'll see cars that have just been kind of patched together. You'll see cars that, you know, may not be worth what they're asking. That's kind of a thing up here. People put a big old price tag on there. But there are some really cool cars and stuff too. It's not just a big swap and shop. There's a lot of really neat stuff up and down the streets, inside parking lots, on back streets. Check out this little street rod pickup right here. That thing sits nice and low. Got some wire wheels on it. Slick black paint. Eventually, I'm going to scoot on over. I keep finding these gaps, but then they get closed up. And I don't want to be rude and just stick it in there. So, as you can see in front of me, big diesel trucks, that's kind of a thing up here. Shades of the Past, not so much, but the Pigeon Forge Rod Run, which is coming up next weekend, that's when all the diesel trucks come out. It gets a little bit annoying with that, but that's part of the thing up here, is whether it's an import car or a diesel truck or a hot rod or a muscle car, it's all pretty well accepted. You know, everybody wants to come and have a good time. I really promise that I'm trying to get over. Just isn't working out at the moment. So, to give you a quick recap for those that have just joined, this is the Shades of the Past Hot Rod Roundup. This event is in its 39th year, started in the early 80s, and it's moved around to a few different venues over the years. It has been in, I think they said 5 different venues. So, to answer your, I saw a question about laying some rubber. No, they are not cool with that. They are not cool with burnouts. You will get a ticket, like right now. Anyways, the event's been going on since the early 80s. It's changed venues several times during that time. It is currently held at Dollywood Splash Country, And as I understand it, Dollywood Splash Country decided to stay. Here we go. I'm changing lanes. They decided to stay open later in the year, and it bumped out their availability to rent the facility for this show. So instead of trying to regroup, instead of trying to move the show, instead of trying to, make something out of it, the guys who put the show on just decided to pack it up. They're just retiring and moving on. What car am I driving? This is a 64 Chevelle 4-door. This is a car that I pretty much, between this and the 77 Nova 4-door, I drive these two cars every day. I don't have a modern car. My wife drives a modern vehicle, but as far as what I do, the newest thing that I have is a 1984 Buick Grand National. So yeah, I drive old cars pretty much every day. I drove this 64 Chevelle up here this morning, left about 6:30 this morning, got up here, did my job stuff, which was doing event coverage for the Shades of the Past event. I did that and sent out a lot of different pictures and videos to Modern Rotting, All Chevy Performance, and Classic Truck Performance magazines. They all have Instagram pages and Facebook pages, and I provide content to them. So that's part of my job. Another part of my job is doing Coker Tire content on social media. So, I stay pretty busy, but it is fun. I mean, I get paid to go to car shows, so yeah, that's pretty much living the dream right there. I did a feature shoot tonight on a 1958 Chevrolet Bel Air, a really high-end pro touring type car. It had a 572 cubic inch big block, pretty amazing piece. That's going to be featured in Modern Rotting magazine. So if you're into magazines, I know that's kind of an old school thing that everybody thinks print is dead, but personally I love magazines, not only because I work for them, but I just think it's cool. So Modern Rotting magazine is a really nice piece. It got printed on good paper, a lot of good feature cars, a lot of good tech articles, things like that. Same with All Chevy Performance, same with Classic Truck Performance. They're all owned by the same group. So I really enjoy working with those guys. So we're kind of at a standstill here, moving a little bit slow. But as you see, these cars, I mean, it would be so hard to count. I'm going to adjust the camera a little bit so you can maybe see a little better. It would be tough to count how many cars are here, because this town is a pretty good stretch. I don't know how many miles it is, but it's miles of parking lots for different restaurants and hotels, and every single parking lot has old cars in it. So I don't know, it's thousands and thousands. So lots of rat rods, lots of old trucks and things like that. I mean, basically every vacant spot is filled up with an old car or truck of some variety. But what I used to love and what I still love about Pigeon Forge is Pro Street. Pro Street stuff still makes me happy. I mean, I think I'll always enjoy big fat tires underneath the back of a car, something sticking out of the hood. I mean, I can't help it. I love it. I don't necessarily love like the wheelie bars and the parachute and the unnecessary stuff, but I do love some big tires, and I love for something to be sitting right down on the ground. Little skinny front tires and wheels, that's my jam. And usually when you're in Pigeon Forge, you're going to see some Pro Street stuff. It's just like a hot spot for Pro Street things like that. So hopefully we'll see some of that. I'm really not seeing a whole lot of old stuff on the street right now. It's mainly just new cars, which is a little bit frustrating when the traffic backs up like this and it's just new cars. That's a little tough. But luckily, this 64 Chevelle has a pretty good cooling system in it. I've got my vintage air running right now. I've got my windows up so that I don't have a lot of distractions outside that would bother me from doing this video. And then I've got a upgraded radiator and stuff in here too, so it doesn't seem to mind traffic or highway or whatever. So we're inching along here. This is not exactly what I planned. I was hoping to move a little bit quicker so that you guys could see a little more. At this pace, it's going to take all night to get to the end of town. But really cool looking 57 Nomad. Got some Krager SS wheels on it. Can't go wrong with that. GMC pickup. There's an OBS Chevrolet. Those things are hot right now. Super hot. 88 to 98 trucks. Who would have thought? Little S10. Chevy 2 convertible. Jeep truck. Now we're moving. That's what we want, is to get moving a little bit so we can see some cool stuff. So I'm doing this tonight, by the way, because it's supposed to rain tomorrow, and I don't know if I'll be out cruising in the rain or if this many cars will be out in the rain. So I thought that I would go ahead and do this tonight. I figured it'd be a perfect time. It's I don't remember what time it is. It's 9:30, I don't know, close to 10 Eastern time. So I don't want to keep you guys up or anything like that. But I was enjoying riding around. I thought you guys might want to see it too. Some kind of Mopar convertible. That's pretty rare. Maybe a 63, 64. I'm not good at Mopars. But Mopar convertibles, pretty seldom seen. Got some neat looking stuff over here. A Suburban with some giant wheels on it. Looks like an Oldsmobile convertible. 56 Chevrolet 2-door station wagon. Got a car with a little plastic blanket on it. What is that? Rambler? Nash? Don't know. So we're just riding. Still a bunch of cool stuff to see, and I might try to sneak off into a parking lot. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. This parking lot is a nice little break from just the street, and I'm going to pick up the phone. Give me just a second here. We're going to cut through, take a little bit better look around so that we're not just staring out one angle. So these areas like this, I mean, they're just crowded with people, crowded with cars and trucks, things like this. You know, 55 Chevrolet truck is for sale, of course. $39,500. You can drive her home. But this place is full of like these golf, mini golf, go-kart tracks, cool attractions for kids. Hardee's if you want a biscuit or cheeseburger. Let's see here. Cool custom chop top, smoothed out 32 Ford hot rod. Tons of old pickup trucks. 60s Chevys and GMCs seem to be hot right now. Let's keep on cruising in this parking lot. At least this way I can hold the phone, and if something cool pops up, I can move over to it. Check out this Ford Galaxy. This thing is setting up high in the air. Black Widow. It's got sort of a spider theme to it. Ice cream shop is hopping tonight. Here's some cool stuff. Some square body C10s, those are hot. Station wagon, Chrysler, I don't know what year that is. 60s. Neat little Volkswagen Bug. That's a cool one. These souvenir shops, they're all over this place. If you're looking for like t-shirts and trinkets and souvenirs, Pigeon Forge has them. bright yellow Chevelle. There's some big tires. That's what I'm talking about right there. Big tires. Pigeon Forge is all about some big tires. So we're going to keep on just easing through this parking lot. I think this is a nice break from just looking out the right side of the windshield. If you're just joining me, this is the Shades of the Past Hot Rod Roundup. This event has been going on. This is its 39th year. And unfortunately, it's its final year. This is the last time we'll be cruising the strip for the Shades of the Past. Now, the Pigeon Forge Rod Run is still going on. That'll be next weekend. But the Shades of the Past is a pretty special event. Like I said, it's been going on for 39 years. And it's been the same car club that's been putting it on this whole time. So, you know, kind of sad to see it go, but you know, that's what happens when venues don't always play nice. That this is what happens. So we'll see what happens with it. They do have, I think there are some plans to do this event maybe in another town. Try it on the, you know, this same weekend, the first weekend after Labor Day. Who knows? I don't know if that idea is going to work or not, but it won't be the same as Pigeon Forge. That's for sure. Oh, check out this Cadillac. This thing is bad. Sitting on the ground, big wide white walls. Must have air suspension on it. That is awesome. And this big old station wagon. Got big Kragers on it. Super fat tires. I'm a fan of that. We're at the Shoney's, by the way. Ford Ranchero for sale, of course. Uh-oh. Whoops. What happened? Sorry about that, guys. That was my bad. Dropped the phone. So I'm going to get back on the road. I'm going to prop the phone back up. Hopefully not have a crash here. There we go. Don't want to get run over by a dump truck. There we go. So if you guys want to stick around, I'm going to stay on, I don't know, for a little bit longer. I really don't have anywhere to be. So I'm going to stick around here and keep telling you about fun memories I've got from Pigeon Forge. Me and my wife have come up here lots and lots of different times, sometimes for car shows, sometimes just because it's cool. And we were just talking about it the other day. One of our first weekend getaways as a married couple, we came up here and we got a room for $39 a night. And that is not the case anymore. I will tell you that right now. If you're going to stay anywhere on the strip, it's going to be $200 a night. I mean, even if there's not an event going on. But those were the good old days. It's definitely getting more expensive to come on these little trips like this. Luckily for me, right now, this is a work trip, so my room is getting paid for, so that's super handy. Tommy Cook, did you buy the 4x4 Corvette your dad built? No, I did not. It was a lot of money for what it was. It was really rough, and you know, I'd have to spend so much money on it to make it what it needs to be. It just didn't make a lot of sense money-wise. I really wanted it, and it would be the perfect car to ride around up here. I mean, it would get so much attention up here in Pigeon Forge. But no, I did not buy it. I'd love to own it. I'd love to maybe trade into it where I don't have a whole lot of money tied up. But yeah, it just wasn't meant to be at this time. I do have some new projects though that you guys have not seen. Hopefully you'll be seeing them here pretty soon. I've bought some weird stuff. I'll go ahead and be honest. I probably haven't made very good money decisions with the projects that I've been buying. but they are cool. So stay tuned for project updates. Three new projects. None of them run. I'm pretty sure all 3 of them, the engine is stuck on them. So yeah, that's going to be great. Alright, we're back on the parkway, the main drag through Pigeon Forge. You're going to see a lot of people hanging out, watching the cars go by. We're in a 64 model Chevelle. And it's not anything spectacular, but people seem to like it. It sits low, got black wheels, dog dish caps, just old 4-door car, 283 Power Glide, vintage air, disc brakes. The old car hits the road pretty good. So we're easing down through here. I'm seeing some square body trucks, some OBS trucks. What about the little Willis truck on some kind of frame? I don't know what that is, but pretty cool looking. Let's see, what else? There's a Morris Minor sedan delivery. I don't know what you call that, the little black thing. That's pretty rare. Goofy little cars. There's a 50, I think that's a 56 Ford. Bunch of people hanging out, having a good time. C10 pickups, that is a hot ticket right now. Basically any year Chevrolet truck. There's a square body, a dude riding one of those one-wheel things. We're moving at a nice pace. I think this is good right here. If we can just keep on easing through here. We got an old school wrecker, panel truck, 69 Camaro. There's a good one, super sport car. We've got C4 Corvette. Ooh, I see something cool. Maybe we'll slow down to see it. This is I see a sprint car. Do you see that big wing sticking up? And it's for sale. It says right there. Man, I wonder if you could drive that on the street. It's got headlights. That means, I think that means it's legit. Dodge Dart. Ooh, that's cool. Look at that truck sitting on the ground. I like that. Smart car, General Lee paint job spotting over there on the side. Alright, let me get this thing situated again. I don't want to be touching my phone a whole lot because you're not allowed to do that in Tennessee. And they will straight up give you a ticket up here for just about anything, so don't want to do that. Look at this thing sitting on the ground. 37 Chevrolet sedan. That's pretty cool. Obviously on air ride of some type. Here's a cool looking Mopar, all black. We're going to pull in here and look at this. All black, black steel wheels. Oh yes, that is my jam right there. I don't care if it's a 6-cylinder. I don't care what that is. That thing is cool. But I don't think it's a 6-cylinder. I think that's probably got some type of wedge motor, maybe a 413, 426. So we're back into some parking lot action. I decided to peel off of the road. Thought this was a good opportunity to take you through one of the hotel parking lots. 68 Camaro, Ford Galaxy, El Camino, F100, 64 Impala, 55 Ford. That's a good lineup right there. Some good variety. I love these older motels here in Pigeon Forge. Most of these are kind of mom and pop deals that are the older ones. There's plenty of chain motels or hotels and things like that, but I kind of like the old school ones. It reminds me of the old days. Oh, look at this station wagon. That is cool. I don't know what it is. I truly do not know what that is. Dodge? Is that a Dodge? It's a 2-door. Wide white walls. Perfect patina. It's for sale, of course, like everything else in the up here. All right, we're getting back on the road. See those blue lights over there? They will give you a ticket. I'm telling you, son, they will give you a ticket for anything in the world. We're jumping back on the road, and I need to let go of this phone so they don't give me a ticket. So we're still riding Shades of the Past Hot Rod Roundup, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Tons of cool cars here. Thousands and thousands and thousands of cars and trucks. And just everything you can think of. Traditional hot rods, rat rods. There's quite a few drag cars. They don't really get out and run around a whole lot until it gets... Packard Wagon? Is that what... Somebody said Packard Wagon on that station wagon back there. I don't know what it was. I really need to stop and go back there and look at it. There's a Studebaker. That's cool looking. I'm trying to get it propped up here so that you guys get a good view. There we go. That's a little better. T-Buckets. Yes, T-Buckets. That's a fond memory from Pigeon Forge back in the 80s and 90s. This place was covered up with T-Buckets. I'd like to know where all the T-Buckets went. Like, where did they go? There used to be so many of them. Usually they'd have some type of tunnel ram and 2.4s, maybe a blower, giant tires on the back, little bitty skinny ones on the front. Sometimes they'd put motorcycle wheels with no front brakes. Some pretty neat stuff right through here. A little Cadillac, Ford pickup truck, another Cadillac. Lots of people hanging out. This is a good time right here. Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. It does not get much better than this. Unfortunately, we're cruising the strip for the final time at the Shades of the Past Hot Rod Roundup. This event is coming to a close after 39 very successful years. This is one of the biggest car shows in the Southeast, and it's just awesome. So I kind of hate to see it go, but happy I'm getting to enjoy this last one, and happy that I've gotten to enjoy so many of them in the past. Now, one thing that's kind of gotten in the way for me professionally is that Holly LS Fest is on this same weekend every single year. And for many years, I've had to shoot LS Fest. Ooh, here's a Pro Street car. Yes, here we go. 67 Chevelle. I'm going to let him go in front of us. He's got a blower, and he's got big tires. He's got Convo Pro wheels, big Mickey Thompsons on the back. That's what I'm talking about. This is Pigeon Forge. That is awesome. I don't know if you can hear the car or not, but it's pretty loud. It's for sale, of course, just like everything else up here. I think it says $36,000. That's probably not a bad price. It's not overpriced. I can't afford it. Nope, we got some action over there. Well, I'm glad we got to see a Pro Street car. That makes me happy because that's like childhood memories right there. Big tires, big scoop sticking up out of the hood, hitting a big lick, doing that rumpity rump that blower cars tend to do. That's cool. I'm going to hop over in this other lane so that you guys can get a little better look at this Pro Street car. This is high quality video production right here. I've got my phone propped up on the dash. Yes, that is so cool. All right. All right, we're moving on. We're picking up speed here. Once you get to this end of town, the traffic lets up. We're going to make us a U-turn. Try not to wreck in the process. That would be awkward. So we're moving along pretty good right here. This is, you know, I wouldn't suggest doing a live video while you're driving down the road. It's probably not legal. Probably not. You know, I'd say the Pigeon Forge police would frown upon this. But I've got it propped up. I'm not touching my phone, so don't worry. There's a Krispy Kreme donuts. That's a hot spot, but they don't have the hot sign on, so there's that. All right, let's turn this thing around. Man, traffic is really let up. This is crazy. Friday night, and we can just like drive. There's a Chevrolet Citation. Have not seen one of those on the road in a long time. C10 pickup trucks. That's a bunch of cool stuff sitting there. I like the old rough stuff. Ford convertible. We'll get back to some cool stuff here in a minute. Man, I'm having a good time with this. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I'm going to keep on doing it because this is just fun. I like to share old memories. Oh, look at those Cadillacs sitting on the ground. That is cool. Sorry, I didn't give you a very good look at those. There's a little Crosley. It says Milk Forest Lake Dairy. That's some neat stuff in this parking lot. C10 pickup truck, station wagon. And I don't know if you can hear this on the video, but there's like a ticking noise. It almost sounds like I have my blinker on the whole time. That's actually my speedometer. The cable, something has gone wrong with the cable. So it's just bouncing from 0 to 85 miles an hour while I'm just cruising along at about 20 miles an hour. So it's making this ticking noise when it bounces off of the pin or the peg or whatever. So sorry if that's annoying. Hopefully it's not. It's kind of annoying me. I got to put a new cable on it. But I got to say, this old car, this 64 Chevelle, pretty faithful, reliable old car. Look at all those chairs sitting there. They got them set out there, saving their spot. I guess everybody's gone to bed. What time is it anyways? Is it bedtime? Surely not. I mean, we're at a car show. We can stay up as late as we want. But definitely some great memories here in Pigeon Forge. I spent lots of my childhood here. Just, you know, as a kid, seeing all the neon lights, the hotels, the restaurants, all these cars, big blower cars, Pro Street cars. It made a pretty big impact on me. It made an impact on the types of cars that I like. So, you know, lots of good memories here, and I hope to create a lot of memories with my family. My family's not with me this weekend, unfortunately. I'm really kind of bummed about that. Carly had some volleyball games and things going on. She's a busy kid, so it kind of disrupted some of our ability to get all the kids up here and make a big weekend out of it. So it's just me riding around in this Chevelle, and it's fun though. Let's see, what do we got here? We got an old Chevrolet truck. I bet it's overpriced. 7,800 for a rusty long wheelbase. So let's keep on going here. Bunch of people hanging out, having a good time. Well, I'm not seeing anything real interesting. There's a Fox body Mustang. Boy, it's dark over here. They need some lights so we can see what's going on. There's an old Corvette, about a 69 model, looks like. A little Model A coupe hiding up in there. Did you see that? A little yellow hot rod coupe with some flames on it. Oh, I see Denny George just sent me a text message, said we just passed him, or I just passed him in front of the Exxon station. If you didn't know, Denny George is a family friend of ours. He's been friends with my dad and I guess with me for lots and lots and lots of years. He's a hot rodder. He comes up here all the time. He's brought dozens of different cars up here through the years. And a lot of his cars get a lot of attention. Big tires on the back, Pro Street type of stuff. And if you go looking through some of my videos, you'll see I did a video on Denny George's collection of cars. He's got just a ton of cool stuff, including a bunch of cool stuff that's kind of stashed away in the woods. So when you get done watching this and you're just looking for something else to watch, you can find that. Denny George is the guy's name. And he's a very, very good family friend, and just got a lot of neat old car stuff, a lot of cool stories and stuff too. He's fun to hang around with and hear some of his experiences through the years. So we're still hanging out here. Sorry I went quiet there for a second. There's some blue lights over here, and that kind of got my attention. I'm hearing a blower surge. Maybe it's that blue Chevelle behind me somewhere. I can't tell. I'm hearing it, but I can't see it. So you could basically sit out here all night long and there'd be people cruising. I'm sure it dries up after midnight, but it's just a lot of fun. Look at this Cadillac sitting on the ground. That thing is really cool. And then I don't know if you call that a donk or not, but it's got some big old wheels. Well, that was the police just sitting there. Okay. They didn't have anybody pulled over. I guess they're just waiting on their next victim. So we've been on here for 48 minutes. That's a pretty good little stretch. We've got another, I'd say we'll probably stick around another 10 minutes or so. I don't know. I'm having fun riding around, so who knows? It might last a little longer. Hopefully we'll get to some good stuff to look at here in just a minute. So if you're just joining me, this is the Shades of the Past Hot Rod Roundup. The event takes place at the Dollywood Splash Country. And when it closes down for the day, which is usually about 4 o'clock or so, everybody goes out to the strip. And they'll either park their car in the parking lot and put out a lawn chair and just sit there and watch, or they'll do like what we're doing and get in their car and ride around. So it's pretty fun to hang out and enjoy seeing these old cars ride around, even though most of what we're seeing here are new cars. Am I going to do a live feed from Shades? Probably not. I might. It looks like they're calling for a pretty big chance of rain. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully they still have a good turnout. But definitely a big chance of rain. Today was beautiful though. I mean, it was absolutely great. So the event itself, the Shades of the Past Hot Rod Roundup, is a Friday and Saturday event. So it goes on from 8 a.m. till about 4 p.m. And then when the show lets out, everybody just comes out here on the strip in Pigeon Forge and just hangs out. Set up a chair, go sit on your balcony at your hotel, go hop in your car and go ride around a little bit. It's really great. And I hate to see Shades of the Past end after 39 years, but there's still the Pigeon Forge Rod Run. It's kind of a similar platform where when the show ends, everybody just goes out on the strip and hangs out. But Shades of the Past is a little more special to me just because it has been around a little bit longer. Got a lifted up square body Suburban. I'd say that gets about 6.2 miles per gallon. Dodge Ram Charger. You just don't see many of those. What you do see a lot of is these 88 to 98 Chevrolets and GMCs. They are everywhere. People are asking crazy money for them too. What is this thing on my right? What in the world is? Well, that's a trash can. Sorry. That little thing. What is that? A little mini truck with like a TV antenna and a cowl hood. Oh, we got action over here. Yes. Pro Street. Love Pro Street stuff. So all the twinkling lights, all the attractions, that's what makes Pigeon Forge so great. Is you can bring your kids here and you can spend all of your money. I mean, they got so many ways that you can spend your money. Ice cream cones, mini golf, go-karts, arcade, pancake houses, souvenir shops. They got a place where you can feed live bears. I mean, I don't know what you feed a live bear, but you can do that inside of one of the stores if you pay them some money. Basically, yeah, there's just so much you can do here aside from the car show. But when I was a kid, I mean, I liked me some mini golf, but the real attraction for me was these cars. I mean, that was just so cool when I was a kid to walk through here. You'd park at your hotel and you'd just walk. We rarely rode around like this, like what I'm doing. Most of the time we'd just walk around. We would park and walk and walk and walk until you just could not stand it anymore. Ooh, check this out. So at the end of this row is a very rare G-body. This is a Pontiac Grand Prix. I think they call it a 2+2. It's the NASCAR nose and the Aero Coupe window. That's pretty rare. It's for sale, of course. Don't know how much. 62 Impala station wagon. That's a good piece right there. That's some neat stuff in this little lot. Chevrolet street rod, about a 41 it looks like. So just riding around, 64 Chevelle, air conditioned and blowing cold. I'm actually getting a little bit chilly, if you were wondering. Not seeing any cool stuff in that parking lot. They must not allow cool stuff to park in their parking lot. There's a 57 Ford ranch wagon tucked back in there, and about a 61 model Ford Galaxy. 55 Chevrolet. That's a good little old school motel right there. What else? What else can we find? A Mazda B2000 pickup truck. That actually looks really good. I'm impressed with that. Square body Chevrolet short wheelbase 4-wheel drive. That's a good one. Oh, there's a square body short wheelbase with a camper top. Patina. Nice patina. Excuse me. Let's see what else we can find. I hope you're enjoying riding around with me. I'm kind of feeling lonely riding around by myself. You know, cruising the strip isn't really as fun when you're by yourself. Look at this 32 Ford. Nice little high boy 5-window coupe. Here comes a 54 Chevrolet 2-door hardtop. That's a cool one. Good stance on that car. Looks like it has kind of a pearl white paint job on it. All right, let's move this back over here so we're not breaking the law. I'm sure we're still breaking the law in some way. There's a Dodge pickup sitting right on the ground. About I don't know what year it is, 60s. Look at this blower and white walls. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Love hot rods like that just get your attention when you're driving down the road. It's about a 71 or 2 Chevelle. Now, I was reading a comment there about a 55 Chevrolet station wagon drag car and it went away. I'll have to look back through the comments when I get done with this video. I can't really look too much while I'm driving because that's not safe. Lots of people hanging out, having a good time. I'm having a good time. I hope this has been fun for you guys. I like this little hot rod pickup sitting over here by the gas station. That's a Model A, so I guess that's a 28 or 29 Model A pickup. That thing is sitting just right. So, we have made a complete loop. We haven't made the complete loop of the entire Pigeon Forge, but this is about where we started this live video. So, I'm going to keep on going a little bit more, because I want to go a little bit more. I want to hang out a little bit more. Look at this Blazer. Oh, that thing is bad. It's sitting right on the ground with some giant wheels on it. I'm a big fan of that. That's cool. There's a collection of white fleet vehicles. I don't know. All government vehicles, okay? I don't have much to say about that. So I guess instead of looking at the fleet vehicles, we could be looking at this Blazer that's sitting right on the ground. I don't even know how big those wheels are. 20s, no, they're bigger than that. 22s, 24s. I don't know, they're huge and they're tucked way up in there. So I'm a big fan of stuff that sits low. Oh, we're moving again. Let's prop this thing back up on the dash. Totally legal. There's not a law that says that you can't prop your phone up on your dash, sort of, kind of, safely. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. All right. We're rolling. Big crowd of cars. This is my favorite spot on the strip right here. This is absolutely the best. Look at this station wagon. We're pulling in. We got to pull in at this 60 model Chevrolet sitting on the ground. Man, that's cool. Let's ride through Willowbrook Lodge. This is the hotel for the cool stuff. It's not an official thing, but you can count on some cool stuff being in this parking lot, like that C10 truck. That's cool. 58 Chevrolet with black steel wheels and dog dish caps. That's cool. C10 with some big giant rally wheels. Also cool. Some sort of international truck. Is that an Oldsmobile? Yes, it is. There's a Ford Maverick. Lots of scooters. Watch out for the scooters. We got a Ford Bronco. '66 Chevelle. Some sort of cycling device. I don't even know what you call that. Good stuff right there. 55 Chevrolet, 54 Chevrolet truck, 40 Chevrolet truck, C10 Suburban, 55 Ford Falcon that's wearing a little plastic blanket. Lots of scooter action. Watch out for the scooters. And also a pretty nice looking Corvette. Okay, getting back on the road. Carefully, very carefully. So this hotel on the right, or I guess you call that a motel, Maples Motor Inn, that's where we used to stay when I was just a baby and a kid, and basically my whole childhood we stayed there. It's just a mom and pop's place. I can't believe it's still hanging in there because most of the mom and pops have been bought out by this point, but still hanging in there. Big old go-kart track, big old mini golf. Lots of fun stuff to do. You see the blue lights over there? They will pull you over. They'll pull me over just for saying that you'll get pulled over. Look at this orange gasser. That's about a 37 Chevrolet. That's cool. Yeah, don't make eye contact with the Pigeon Forge police. They like to write tickets. Split bumper Camaro. Oh, there's some good stuff over there. Let's go over there. Split bumper Camaro. Little Chevy 2, pale yellow. That's nice. I'm a fan of that. GTX, Chevelle convertible. Man, this is a good spot. I might just stay live all night. The little Chevy 2, I see a carburetor hat. That means it's got a Pro Charger or a Vortec or it's some kind of centrifugal supercharger. Another little Chevy 2. Man, this is a good spot. 68 Camaro convertible. 69 Camaro. Little rat rod truck. Cuda. Yeah, we've hit the jackpot right here. Ooh, 62 Impala. 57 Chevrolet. Bronco, that's about $100,000 sitting right there. Those things have gone nuts. Ford station wagon's pretty cool. That's, I don't know, 55? I think that's a 55 Ford ranch wagon. The Camaro with a cowl hood. The brightest green K5 Blazer ever. Patina 55, it's for sale, of course. $19,500, that's probably not the worst deal up here. Dodge pickup. It's pretty cool. Alright, I'm propping you back up on the dash. I figure if I'm holding this thing, it's probably shaky if I'm holding it while driving, and that's probably not a good idea. I run over these pedestrians, and that would be a shame. I will turn it this way so you can see these cool things like this little A-body Plymouth drag car. Street rod sedans everywhere. There's that 64 Impala. We talked about that earlier in this video. We're back around here again. But this time we're taking it easy through the parking lots. Split bumper Camaro, 68 Camaro. Try to get it propped up so you're not just staring at my hood. '55 Chevrolet convertible. Oh, remember me telling you about the place where you can feed the bears? There it is. You can go in there and feed bears if you want to. They will do anything up here to take your money. So we've gotten into some just regular old pedestrian cars. Sorry about that. I'm going to avoid this speed bump if I can, because this thing will scrape on just about everything. That's how you know you got it low enough, is when it scrapes literally on everything. Bicycle action. Ooh, there's a T-bucket. I was telling you about T-buckets earlier. These things used to be everywhere. Big old tires, big motors, wheelie bars. I mean, they were just kind of excessive, but cool. So we're getting... Oh, we're past an hour. Okay, we've been on here over an hour. That's cool. I've enjoyed this. I hope you guys are enjoying riding around. Look at that 32 Ford Coupe. Big block Chevrolet, blower, 2.4s. That's what I'm talking about. I like that kind of stuff. People hanging out, having a good old time. Ooh. Sorry about the speed bumps. That's going to be bouncy. I just know it. Get you propped up here. Oh my word, I gotta get out of these speed bumps. Ooh, I like this. Look at this Falcon station wagon. Man, I like that. Radius wheel wells on the back, 10-spoke wheels, big old scoop. I'm a fan of that. Gotta squeeze through here, kind of a tight spot. That's some neat stuff right there. Hot rod pickup, another hot rod pickup, another pickup, and another pickup. That square body right there is cool looking. It says Sparky Speed Shop. That's awesome. This is another hot spot right here, Valley Forge Inn. Bunch of neat stuff parks right here. A little Chevy 2 4-door. Man, they sure got the speed bumps though. If you drive a lowered car, these speed bumps are not your friend. There we go. They're having a good old time. Bunch of neat stuff through the parking lot right there. Everybody hanging out. Everybody's just kicking back, having a good time. Another speed bump. Hang on. Oh dear. There we go. Hey, we're back. That was a good one. All right, we're going to pull back on the road. I'm probably going to be signing off of here. I just wanted to bring you guys some fun cruising action on the strip in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee for the last time during the Shades of the Past Hot Rod Roundup. There'll be some cruising tomorrow, even if it's raining. There'll be some cruising going on. I might go live again. I might shoot some more video. We'll see how it goes. Just depends on the weather. Depends on my shooting schedule and my work schedule and all that kind of stuff. But I have really enjoyed this. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I'm going to go ahead and sign off, and we'll see you guys down the road.